G'day everyone, welcome to my channel. We're going to go through the completed pages for August and have a bit of a chat about September colourings. So we'll just get straight into it. These won't be in order of me finishing them, but I am going to just go through. So the first one is The Flower Year by Leila Julie. This is my first page in this book, and it was a buddy colour with the lovely Wendy, and I did this one here, which is all done with Albert Dürer watercolours. I do have a little video explaining how I did this on my channel if you wanted to go watch that. But yeah, so I've done this one here. So there is that. The next one I did was in Spirit Animals. So we've got Spirit Animals here by Hannah Carlson. And I did this page here, which is with, I'm just trying to get the light to work because I'm doing this early in the morning, and I always find that when I film this early in the morning, it kind of just doesn't really want to focus on the colours very well. That'll do. It is what it is. So I did this. I did part of this as a joint stream on Kori's channel, Colourfully Optimistic, and her hashtag for the month was using her alphabet colouring challenge using A is for August products, so any items starting with A. So in this I used the LD artist pencil range, you know, their cheap artist, their budget artist pencil range, and I also used their watercolour. So this was all done with LD products, and even the little gel, little bit of gel pen that I've used in the gold was done with LD gel pens. So yeah, so this one, I loved this. This was, and again, this is another buddy colour with Wendy, which is awesome. And yeah, so I'm actually really happy how this one turned out. Okay, then from Rachel Mintz's Sexy Warrior Grayscale, I did this one. I used markers, and the only thing that I brought in with pencil detailing was a little bit of black and a little bit of white, just for some added detail. I'm going to zoom in. I think that might help a little bit. No, it's probably too far. Let's come back out. Okay, so I just used black and white pencil just to add a little bit of shadow and highlights, but the majority was done with markers. And there's a little bit of gel pen along her cape just for the detailing. Then this one by Monja Gates. So this is Papillion. This was done on a joint stream on my channel with Monja, Shell, Belinda and Rhea. And this was in memory of Paula Yates, a member of our community that we sadly lost this month. So this was all done using King Art gel sticks. So I went in dry with them. So that was just a bit of a play around to see how that would work. So I did that one. This one here from a children's colouring book. I did this one here for my hashtag again, which is Amazon Warriors in August, and Wonder Woman is the Amazon princess. So this was all done. This is done using Prismacolors. So yeah. So there is streams showing how I did this, and then there is a video showing how I did the background. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. I'm really happy with that. Then we've got, in this book here by Creative Haven, my Colouring Corner with Rene was doing a dive into Dover, and I wanted to show my support and do a page for that. So I did one from here. This is just done using some cheap markers that I have. There is a small little colour along on my channel for this one. I was just playing around, but I did the French penny, and I did the fruit salad French penny because they're my favourite. And yeah, so that was just a quick little one that I did. Then I've got a couple of others from Rachel Mintz, which were the Women in Art. I am an affiliate with Rachel Mintz. I will put the link and all down below, and the code if you want to go get some of their PDFs. You can use that code and get some percentage off your purchase. And I do make a small amount if you do. Obviously, don't feel obliged to do that. But I did a couple of these. These are just Copic practices. You can tell they're a small size. I never got to these two, but I will at some point finish them off. These are just a little bit of fun and a little bit of practice. Then we get into Joanna Basford's World of Wonder. I did a joint stream with Emily, Shell, and Ashleigh, and we were basically colouring with our non-dominant hand. And now I've got to find the page. Da, 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 da. There we go. We were colouring with our non-dominant hand, so this was all done with this was done with my right hand. And yeah, so that was a bit of fun. I'm trying to think what pencils I even used. I actually cannot remember what pencils I even used. So there you go. You'd have to watch the stream. It's completely slipping my mind. Oh, I used the Obos Fui 200. That's right. Colour pencils. Had to think. All right. Then for Ashleigh Colours, Denise's Dreamland hashtag. I did this page from Gnomes in the Neighbourhood, and I did this using Graphy Tints. There is a video for this on my channel as well. I love how this turned out. I love the vintage vibe of it. It's pretty cool, and I had a bit of fun playing with Graphy Tints. Don't use them enough. New book that I got this month from Lisa, Joanna, the Women of Tour. There's flip through of this on my channel if you want to see it. But I did this page here. So I did this page here, which is Alkira the Brave, and I used some inks in the background. I'm trying to think what pencils I used. Oh my gosh, brain, think. Actually cannot remember. Oh, the Colour Softs, Derwent Colour Softs. Oh, it gets towards the end of the month, you're like so tired, and I'm like, oh, I can't even remember what I've done. Derwent Colour Softs for the pencil work, and then I also used some copper gilding and gilded in the background. If you were here for it, you would have seen that my rats spilt the gilding glue all over myself and the table, because they were on my desk. And yeah, that was a bit of a fun. Another pair of pants have gone to the paint pant pile, but yes, so that was that one. And the last image I did was from Serene by Nicholas Filbert Chandawa Nyata, and I did the Goddess of War. So this was done, a fair chunk of this was done on stream. So I did drew and coloured in the background. I wanted to place her in the Amazon forest kind of feel. And it was all done using Lightfast and Loomies. So yeah, so that was, and I've mounted it on a board there. So that was my pages for the month. So let's get out the Semi's checklist and see if I have managed to do any of these that I can put through there. Colour a page with flowers and blooms only. I did do that in the flower year one. Okay, so colour from a book that intimidates you. If Serene doesn't intimidate, like seriously, that book is the supreme intimidation. Okay. Well, I did colour a page and added a frame to it because I mounted my Serene page, so I'm going to count that. And that would be it. So there we go. So we did a couple off that. So let's check out my goals and see how we did with my goals for this month. Okay. Draw and paint at least once a month. That I definitely did do. So I'll show you on my phone. I've been doing flats for the Cinderella performance that I've got coming up. So let's see if it will take that off. So we've got, here's one. Oh, look, there you go. Kori's just liked my thing, a comment that I left on her. So I've got this one here, which is fine cloth, the fromagerie, so the cheese shop, the bakery, and then the flower stall. So I've been working on these flats. So whilst it's probably not the kind of drawing painting that we're thinking of, I've definitely been doing that. Monitor my spending, not at all. If you saw my haul video, yep. Because I did Le by July, I kind of maybe went a bit nuts this month. That's okay. I did in fact do a portrait page. Definitely did a detail page. Did a couple of them. Did 1 to 2 PDFs. I did stream at least once a week. I did try a new background method. I did work in some untouched books. Yep. Did buddy colours. And I definitely completed all of the hashtags. This seems to be the one that is my nemesis, this monitor my spending. And then my bonus was reach 1,000 subs on YouTube. I did in fact complete that. So I reached 1,000 subscribers in this month, which is just amazing. And thank you to everyone that has subscribed. It's just been, yeah, it's been wonderful. Okay. So let's get on to September hashtags and potentials to be coloured. The first one is, along with Angie, Ashleigh and Shell, we are doing a Hug a Day September. And I know that other people are also participating in this hashtag, which is awesome. So we're working from Chris Riddell's 100 Hugs little story, like little book. It's not a colouring book, but it's cute as. And so we're working from that. We've picked 30 images between us, and this is an example of day 1 that I have done. So, and I'm using the Brute Furnace squares. So yeah, and I've also done, this is day 2. So yeah, so that's what we're working on through September. So it'll be a video a day if all things go well. Some things may happen and something might get lost in translation, but I'll always catch up if that makes sense. But I'm aiming for a video a day. It's just that September is a crazy busy month. Okay, my hashtag for September is superheroes in September, and it's basically colour an image that represents a superhero, real or fictional. And this one was just basically leading on from Amazon Warriors, and the girls had picked this one for me like months ago, and it was in my little calendar. I'd put it in my phone, and it reminded me about a week before September. It pops up and it says, hashtag for September, superheroes. So I'm going to give you some ideas. Remembering these are just ideas. These, some of these I might colour. Some of these are just ones to give suggestions of what you could possibly do for this hashtag. So obviously superhero books. So these are obviously those classical superhero books that you could possibly do. So these are just some examples, and obviously that other Wonder Woman one that I did for my completed pages. If you hadn't figured, I like Wonder Woman. So Marvel, DC, ooh, war going on here. And there are obviously lots of different images in this, and one I will be doing, because Georgia, she's like challenged me to do Black Widow using Black Widow. So I've just got to find where Black Widow is. So I will be doing this page using Black Widows, but I'll probably, this time round, I'm not going to do it on this paper. I'm going to probably scan it onto some other paper, because this one's going to require a cool background to bring it to life, because Black Widow wears black. It's not super exciting, but I will do a background scene to kind of turn it into a movie poster kind of vibe. So that is one I will be doing. Another example is what I want to get done is I bought this a couple of months ago, knowing that I was going to do this for September, and I saw this and it says you're a super teacher, and it's just a placemat, and I might use oil pastels or something like that, and colour along and finish this off. I have, now where's just, you know, me and my printer are not friends. My printer does not like me very much at all. So I'm just sorting out the paper. Probably all wrong, but anyway. From Rachel Mintz, there's this Muscular Warriors. So these are all just images of male warriors, and some of these could definitely be superhero inspired. So we've got ones that look like Thor, knights in shining armor. There are definitely some images in here that could be superhero-esque. There's ones like from Game of Thrones, all of that kind of stuff. So that is one that could be done. Then I've got Chibi Girls by Jade Summer, and there are a couple of images in here that you could look at as being a superhero. Now, of course, did I tag these? No. Should I have? Yes. Like, I know that there's a firefighter one. I've just got to find it. So, what's the bet? Like, I've probably already gone past it. So there we go. We got a couple of agents. I know that there's a firefighter one. There we go. There's a firefighter one. Firefighters are definitely superheroes. So there's just some examples. Again, it's about that interpretation of it. Could even, if you want to look into it, get into Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts. So Newt is definitely a superhero. He's fighting against, obviously, the dark arts. So you could easily do an image from something like this. Some ones that we have in our collection, if you're a Colouring Heaven subscriber, Steampunk Special. So there are a number of images in here that could be, you know, interpreted as being superhero. There's one. Another. We've got things like this. So that's what I'm just trying to show you, is that, you know, there's that loose interpretation version of Sherlock and Holmes, Sherlock and Watson. Oh my gosh, that's because I was reading down the bottom. And so yeah, so I saw a couple of in here that could definitely be used to fit that hashtag. So there we go, there's one. Alright. Then same with Ashleigh, Colourful Adventure Storybook Special. she is a superhero in the fact that she rescues a wolf and then uses the wolf to fight back the tiger. So we've got those kinds of images there. She survives on her own on an abandoned island. So very superhero-esque. And then in his fantasy special, there are lots of images that kind of can give off a superhero vibe as well. So these, like I said, these are always just suggestions. I got Hunger Games book. So Katniss is definitely a superhero. So you could do one of Katniss Everdeen. And I'm like trying to find one. Can I find one of Katniss? Somewhere, maybe. There we go, some tributes. You'd think there'd be one of, like, Katniss. There we go. There's an example. I want more one of her in her, like, you know, in her suit fighting back. But I was just pulling these out just to obviously show you examples of that. Okay, we'll leave that. And then the last one I pulled out was Whimsy Girls at Work. There are so many images in here that could be used to represent superheroes. We've got, you know, police women, teachers, there we go, sheriffs, all of those kinds of images, doctors, mums, they all are superheroes. So there's definitely heaps in here that you could choose from. So that is it for some suggestions for superheroes in September. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you later. Bye.